Contractor John, and today's project is going to be mounting a flat screen TV to the wall. Now, there's a couple things that you want to make sure before you start the project like this. Number one, the size of your TV and your bracket size, okay? Matching the bracket to the TV in weight and size. The particular TV that we have today is a 42-inch flat screen. We purchased a bracket that'll fit a TV 37 inches to 52. Now most of these brackets are universal. They have different mounting screws and parts of the bracket you can mount to most TVs. So that shouldn't be a problem. Also, be conscious of the weight of the TV. Our bracket will hold the TV up to 200 pounds, and ours is less than that, so we're okay in that area. So there are a couple other things that you want to be concerned with. You want to be concerned with the area that you're going to mount the TV in. Can you get electric there in your coax for your signal? You don't want to have cords coming down from the TV and hanging down and plugging them in. You'd rather have your outlet up high and your cable box up high. Now, I know that we can run them here in this wall. It's going to be a little tougher because it's an exterior wall, there's insulation there, but we can do that. So we're going to talk first about hanging the bracket, then we'll go ahead and talk about how to run the electric and the cable. So this application is a little more difficult because we're going across the corner with the TV. It's not just flat on the wall. It's coming across the corner. And for that reason, we had to select a bracket again that had a larger projection, meaning it holds the TV out farther from the wall. Because we have to go across, and we took the length of the TV, the width of the TV, and measured it across, and then measured the projection, and then we made sure we had a bracket that would project out that far. And that's what we did. So next in the step of hanging the bracket on the wall is to locate your wall studs. The wall studs are the vertical 2x4s that make up the construction of your wall. So you can take a stud finder and slide that along the wall, and that senses density in the wall, and it'll tell you where your wall stud is. That's an okay method. I like the old-fashioned method. I like to take a small trim finish nail, and once I use that wall stud finder, take the nail and pound it in the edges of where the mechanism said that the wall stud is. Pound it in, find the edge of the stud, both sides, and then go a little bit farther, and you know it's hollow, so you know that your wall stud stops there. And then mark the center of your wall stud, so you know the exact center. Measure over 16 inches, okay, and then verify the edges of your wall stud so you can have the exact center. You want the screws to hold the bracket in the center of the wall stud. You don't want them off to the little bit of side where they could possibly split the wood or something. You want to go in the center of the wall stud. So that's an important thing to make sure that you have the center of it. Then you're going to take your bracket and you're going to test fit your bracket. And you're going to put your bracket up. And if you put little marks on the wall with your center, see what a line through the center of it. And then you can test fit your bracket up to make sure it's going to work okay. You can see this one has a little level in it, so you can hold it when you're mounting it so that it's level, okay? Now, your mark is center here, and on this side center. Now, this area is the area where you'd want to put your electrical box and your cable box for your signal in this center area. So once we get this secured to the wall, we'll put it secure to the wall, we'll mark this again, and then we can work on running our electric in that. Okay. Now that we're back again, you can see we've got our bracket mounted. We've got our 4 bolts mounted into the wall studs. Okay. And I want to say one more thing here about mounting height. Okay. There's an optimum mounting height for this TV. It has to do with distance that will be viewing it from and the size of the TV. Okay. If you go to contractorjohn.com, you'll find a chart there in my blog postings that talks about what size or what height you need to mount this at, for what size TV it is, how far you're sitting away from that. There's a whole chart that gives you all different ranges from all size TVs and all viewing distances. So go to contractorjohn.com and check out that chart. It'll help you with that. So now we've got this done. We know that this is the area that we're going to be putting our electrical plug in and our cable jack or satellite feed. So what we got to do now is we're going to take our electrical box, our gem box. Again, this is like a remodeling style box. And we're going to just put it in the center of this opening here. Now we know the wall stud is here, the wall stud is here from where we mounted the thing, so we know this is an empty cavity in the middle, and we know that we can chase this all the way down, and we've already been down in the crawl space, so we know we've got a clear feed area down there. Put this box here. Straight, and then we're going to trace around it. And then we're going to take another one. We're going to take our level, make sure we get these two right across, right level with each other. Now leave some space between them for the cover plate, because the cover plate's going to overlap slightly. Alright, we're back now. You can see we've got our holes cut out in the drywall. Okay, we're going to test fit our electric box, our gem box in here. That fits in, and we're going to take the ring we've got for the low voltage and set that in here, just test fit that, and then these tabs will bend back to hold that in when we want to do a permanent. So we're going to run our electric down the wall, and we're going to come down here, and then we're going to 90-degree over, fish the wall. We're going to come over and we're going to tie in to this outlet over here. That's where we're going to get our power to feed that new outlet up on top. All right, we're back again. You can see our electrical run is going to come down this bay between these studs. Come down to here, which we've got an opening here that I cut with the keyhole saw. There's a stud here, then this is open, stud in the corner. This is open, and there's a stud here and a stud here. And we've got multiple studs here because of the way the roof is structured. So I'm going to drill. The easiest way to do this, you could try to drill through the stud and then fish it through, but that's really a nightmare. Your best way to do this, and you don't want to go too deep because you don't want to destroy too much of the 2x4, but you can take out a half, 3/4 of an inch, and it'll still be okay. So we're going to drill here.